World War I, also known as the Great War, was a global conflict that engulfed Europe and beyond from 1914 to 1918. It was a war unlike any other, marked by unprecedented levels of violence, technological advancements, and profound global consequences. The war reshaped the political map of Europe, shattered empires, and left millions dead. Its legacy continues to shape the world we live in today. This devastating conflict had a profound impact on the course of the 20th century. It led to the collapse of old empires and the rise of new ideologies. World War I also set the stage for World War II, creating conditions that would lead to another global conflict just 2 decades later. Understanding the causes, events, and consequences of World War I is essential for comprehending the complexities of the modern world. The outbreak of World War I was the result of a complex interplay of factors that had been building for decades. One major cause was the rise of nationalism, particularly in Europe. Nationalism fostered a sense of competition and rivalry among nations, making them more likely to resort to conflict to assert their dominance. Imperialism, the pursuit of colonial empires, also played a significant role. European powers competed fiercely for colonies, leading to tensions and conflicts over resources and territories. Another contributing factor was militarism, the glorification of military strength and the belief that war was a necessary and even desirable instrument of national policy. This led to an arms race, with European nations rapidly expanding their armies and navies in a bid to outdo each other. This dangerous combination of nationalism, imperialism, and militarism created a volatile atmosphere in Europe. Adding fuel to the fire was the complex system of alliances that had emerged in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. These alliances were intended to deter aggression by creating a balance of power, but they also had the unintended consequence of drawing more countries into a conflict once it began. These underlying tensions set the stage for a major conflict, and all that was needed was a spark to ignite the powder keg. That spark came on June 28, 1914, with the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, and his wife Sophie in Sarajevo, Bosnia. The assassination was carried out by Gavrilo Princip, a Serbian nationalist associated with the Black Hand, a secret society that sought to unite all Serbs under one rule. Austria-Hungary, outraged by the assassination, issued an ultimatum to Serbia demanding satisfaction and concessions. Serbia, backed by Russia, refused to accept all of Austria-Hungary's demands. Austria-Hungary, with the support of its powerful ally Germany, declared war on Serbia on July 28, 1914. The complex web of alliances then came into play, drawing other European powers into the conflict. Russia mobilized its army in support of Serbia, while Germany, fearing a two-front war, declared war on Russia and its ally France. Germany's plan to quickly defeat France before Russia could fully mobilize its forces involved violating Belgian neutrality. This act drew Great Britain into the war on the side of France and Russia. Within a matter of weeks, the major European powers were at war, marking the beginning of World War I. The Western Front, stretching from the English Channel to the Swiss border, became the main theatre of war in Europe. It was characterized by trench warfare, a brutal and static form of combat in which opposing armies dug elaborate trench systems facing each other. These trenches were often separated by a no-man's land filled with barbed wire, machine gun nests, and landmines. Attacks across this deadly expanse were costly and often resulted in heavy casualties. Life in the trenches was a nightmare for soldiers on both sides. They endured constant shelling, machine gun fire, and the threat of sniper attacks. Disease was rampant, and the unsanitary conditions made life miserable. The stalemate on the Western Front dragged on for years, with neither side able to achieve a decisive breakthrough.